Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 13th of May 2025. So Trump total reset Rex recession narrative sends Nasdaq into bull market. That all de-escalated quickly. As I've said in the alert for the last few weeks, expect new all-time highs, multi-year highs in other markets. US stocks rallied amid US-China agreement to roll back tariffs 90 days. So here we go again, the pushback and the postponement. US and China both agreed to cut tariffs on each other by 115 points for an initial period of 90 days. You can't make it up, can you? Exactly what I said. It's just nonsense. Markets see risk on trade as US-China announced 115 points, percentage points, that is, 90-day tariff reduction. Yep. It'll all end in misery, as they say. Today, 7 a.m. claimant count changed for the UK. Used to be called the unemployment numbers. Then we've got average earnings also released at the same time. Then over to Germany for the ZEW sentiment, core CPI, CPI month on month, and CPI year on year. Of course, that's out today, and then Bailey's going to be speaking later. To be honest with you, the focus is with the tariffs and that sort of thing, and there's nothing around now to be negative on the markets about. Apart from any black swan event, the markets will continue to make new all-time highs. I expect the S&P to be the next, making new all-time highs. So let's have a look at the markets for yesterday and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow yesterday, as I mentioned, the 200 MA was the upside target for this market, so it was heading there. Today we can expect a bit of pullback this morning, wait for the CPI numbers and then see the market move back to the upside, I would have thought. Like I say, the all-time highs are on the cards now for all of these markets. The hoopla and fuss is all over with regards to the tariffs in the short term. It's going to be July before they resurface with the European ones and all the other countries that Trump gave a 90-day postponement. Obviously, China only just heading into that 90-day postponement now as well. 30-minute chart, market took off yesterday and more or less stayed there. Needs to hold above the DP today and the 50 EMA in the 30-minute time frame, but the high isn't too far away for this market. And in the German DAX, new all-time high, 23,924, 24,000 is on the cards, so see a bit of selling for yesterday. We're losing a bit of momentum, but otherwise we're still above the 5-bar moving average and moving higher there, so no issue there to see the markets not continue to move higher. 30-minute chart, so we shot up first. As I said, you'll always get a pullback all the way down to the S1, and then the market reversing and moving back up. It just needs to get back above the close, the DP for yesterday, and then head back up to the high. And in the S&P 500 is all the highs there. The all-time high is 6147. It's not going to be a problem. We get those CPI numbers coming in lower than forecast, and this will also add further momentum and support to the market through the 200 MA yesterday with some buying and the momentum turning up as well. I just need to stay above that 200 MA. 30-minute chart, again, just like the Dow market spiking to the upside. A bit of interesting price action there at the open of the cash market, but then moving higher and above the DP and the 50 EMA there as well in the 30-minute and way above the 200 MA as well. So moving up nicely. Meanwhile, back in the UK, the market is sideways. It's not following on with the momentum at the moment, but it won't be long before it does. It takes a moment or two to play catch up. The all-time high there is 8910 for this market, and the 30-minute chart, you can see very choppy yesterday, but moving up. Overnight, though, different story, down towards the low of yesterday within a few points, and the market now moving back to the upside there. And in the dollar, it moved up yesterday quite strongly, which you can see there, and also overnight prices sort of sideways to lower. So let's have a look at the effect of this in the metals. Certainly had an impact in gold. So again, let's just start off with gold. You can see yesterday the market trading down to the support to the left, but moving back up overnight. It's also a 50% retracement as well from here back to here. So prices need to hold at this level. A bit of selling around yesterday, momentum to the downside. But in the 30-minute chart, you can see that the dollar moved up, gold moved down, and overnight you can see there's the low but the market finding some buying at this level and the momentum moving back. So it needs to stay above the DP and the 50 EMA, and now that the China situation is out of the way, it's probably going to consolidate for a while and then move to the upside as we go in towards the midsummer, late summer. The silver market was slammed yesterday but came back off those lows to close back above the 5-bar moving average and is moving higher on the overnight as well. So again, slammed yesterday morning all the way down to $32. We had an 89% retracement and then the market recovered. Notice the demand that came into the market there as well at this level, and then overnight in Asia prices trading above yesterday's high, which is a rare occurrence in the silver market to see that happen. Yes, it can take out the previous day's high in the day, but you don't generally see it in the overnight. So prices moving up there. Let's have a look at the gold silver ratio, and it's moving down, which indicates that silver is moving far better at the moment than gold. It's got to play catch up at some point and head back towards that multi-year high of $34, I think it was, wasn't it? Let me just have a look. And we can see that in 34.85. It's doing its best. It's been sideways for a long time, hasn't it? I mean, if we go back to the start of this sideways move, which is September of last year, we've had nearly a year where silver hasn't moved much. So we need to take out this sideways move and attack and get through that 34.85. So $35 is where we need to go. But going back to the gold silver ratio, there you can see this is moving down nicely. As I said yesterday, it really needs to take out that 98 level in order to move down as far as the gold silver ratio is concerned, and also keep moving up towards that $35 an ounce in the physical market, or in the it's a paper market, isn't it? That's why the price is suppressed, but it needs to take out 35 level in the price chart there. Right, let's have a look at yesterday's trades. So yesterday it was fairly quiet in the pre-market, and then we spiked to the upside, which we saw in the Dow and the S&P, but that was the daily chart and it remained that way. As you can see here, the volatility came back in. We're getting 200 point runs here, and eventually we get a potential buy signal there. Market going back above the 200 MA and then heading back up towards the R3. As I've said before, let me just wind this back. When you get to the R3 or above the R3, the market tends to trade sideways a very high percentage of the time. It can be seen there, as well as it came back down and then tried to go back up to it, failing. And then the market calmed down a bit. So the market kicking in there, moving lower with the Dow, and then we had a potential buy signal that was filled, trying to get back to the high, couldn't hold, and then we had a potential sell signal. Market down to the DP. I got out at this level. That was a mistake. Market failed to close back above the 20 bar moving average, and then took out all of the support to the left there, which was a shame, but there you go. It was a quick 100 points that was as well that was left there. Down to the S1, and then the market making its way all the way back to the high of Friday there. A quick look at what's happening overnight, and at the moment we're starting to move higher, and you can see we've got the close, the DP, and we're a long way off the high. In fact, we're 100, 200, 300, nearly 400 points off the high. That's a lot to ask for, but don't be surprised the way these markets are at the moment. So I've seen that before and said 400 on a quiet day, and it's done it before. So yeah, we're closer to the low, so if the market does retest the low, expect a bit of support to come into the market there. Right, that will do it for that one. CPI numbers today, keep an eye on those, and let's see if that's also going to come out in Trump's favour as well, and the market's favour. Right, well, have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.